What is up, hooligans, and happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. I appreciate all of you guys being here. If you're over on Rumble, please hit that like button. More likes equals more hooligans. I'm going to read through the schedule really quick, and then we will be checking on all the chats. So let me know how you hooligans are doing today. Then, of course, we'll be getting things started. First, I want to give a huge shout out to Brendan. Thank you so much for the Venmo. I really appreciate all the support. Thank you so much. We're going to be starting off with a video titled, New Study Highlights Health Benefits of Coffee for Middle-Aged Women. I'm just telling you, this coffee for hooligans is good. It's good for you. Then we got an interesting video titled, Arnold Schwarzenegger responds to the Banshees on The View, asking him what he thinks about what ICE is doing. This backfired on them. They thought it was going to be a whole bunch of screw your freedoms again, but it's not the answer he gave. Then we got a video titled, Trump lashes out at publicity-seeking Macron after leaving G7 early. He's going to be talking about why President Trump left the G7 to come back to the States early, saying that, Leader Macaroni was wrong. Then we got a video titled, R. Kelly hospitalized after alleged prison overdose. R. Kelly's still fighting for his life after all this time, still being incarcerated. Then we got a video titled, Trump Assassination Threat, FBI reveals man vows to kill. This individual was a Coast Guard. He was a Coast Guard lieutenant, but he left the service in 2021. Then we got a video titled, Homeland Security reverses decision on farming, hotel industry, and ICE raids. This is a follow-up from yesterday's video. Yesterday, they said they were not going to be going after those businesses anymore, but apparently President Trump has changed his mind, which is fine because we need this mass deportation to do the thing. Then we got a video titled, Alex Padilla, or whatever this guy's name is, fake cries while explaining how law enforcement protected DHS Secretary Noem from a no-name senator interrupting her press conference. Like I said before, it's this guy's whole identity now. He got arrested after pretty much lunging at Kristi Noem, and now here he is telling a sad story all over again. Then we got a sequel to it. It's titled, Chaotic Scene Erupts When New York City Mayoral Candidate Brad Lander, I think it is, gets hauled away by ICE agents. And then it's a doubly, so the second video is titled, Brad Lander's wife speaks after his office says that he was detained by ICE, so his wife's out here being real dramatic and stuff. That will be wrapping up the news. Then we'll be getting into the fun stuff. We'll be opening today's door of the advent calendar sent to us by Zero. We got two funny videos of the day. First one was provided by Donnie. It's titled, Talk to Me in Your Sexy Voice. And then our official funny video of the day was provided by Stoner, and that's titled, The Chat All Last Week. All of that's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat, see how you hooligans are doing today. It's fucking hot, okay? It's fucking hot. I don't know if it's hot where you guys are, but it is so hot here. I have an ice pack tucked under my nuggets right now just to be able to do this. I'm going to be looking like shit this entire life, so there's your pre-warning. Anyways, reading through, what is up, everyone, over on jeffmaclive.com. What's up, Snooks? What's up, Guessum? What's up, Jay Spray? What's up, Matt Rogers? What's up, Russell? What's up, Livid Review? And what's up, Tin Man? Happy freedom, you hooligans. Appreciate all of you guys being on the website. And what is up, everyone, over on Rumble? Snooks, you were first today. I appreciate you racing in the chat, Snooks. I appreciate everything you do for us. What's up, Freethica Texan? What's up, Stoner? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. What's up, Sage Pup? Appreciate you being here. Let me see. What's up, Beck Frank? What's up, Cricket Kiss? What's up, Tony Rez? Happy freedom to you. Let me see. Scrolling through. What's up, Dutton? What's up, Mr. Satan? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Devin? Happy freedom. Make sure we get everybody. What's up, Turbo? Turbo, I hope your birthday was badass for you. Let me see. What's up, Sharon? Happy freedom to you. Thank you for being with us. What's up, DCat? What's up, JT3? What's up, Godspeed? Happy freedom. What's up, Cheeky Chops? Happy freedom to you. Let's see. What's up, Pumpkin? Happy freedom. What's up, Middle Mouth? Appreciate you being here with us. Guess you're omnipresent. Appreciate you. It's 93 right now. It's too much. It's 90 in the house. You're 3 degrees hotter than me. What's up, Aco? Happy freedom. What's up, MU? What's up, Howard? Happy freedom. What's up, Mary Todd? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Drifter? Appreciate you being here. Think we got everybody. What's up, Girth? Appreciate you sliding through. You hooligans, hit that like button. See if you can get us on the front page. Let me get this set really quick. The page is all weird. Weirder than JD Vance. What's up, everyone over on Kick? What's up, Meta? Happy freedom to you. And what is up, everyone over on Twitch? What's up, Punky? Happy freedom. What's up, Matt Rogers? You're omnipresent. Appreciate you. What's up, Tony Rich? Happy freedom. And what is up, everyone over on the communism platform? Mr. Satan, you were first over here. And you're omnipresent. Appreciate you. What's up, Tube Steak? Matt Rogers, you're truly omnipresent. What's up, WMM? Happy Freedom. What's up, Tactical? What's up, Cat Scratch? What's up, Corey? What's up, Sarah? Happy Freedom. What's up, Damon Walker? What's up, Kathy? What's up, Itchy? What's up, Steven? What's up, Dirk? Happy Freedom, you hooligans. What is your name? Zeph? Happy Freedom, Zeph. What's up, Coolidge? What's up, Random? Happy Freedom. What's up, Andy? What's up, Forbidden? What's up, Distracted? Appreciate you being here. What's up, Steve S? What's up, Combined? What's up, John Galt? What's up, Dan? What's up? I think we got Combined. Happy Freedom to you, hooligans. You guys are welcome. You hit that like button over on that communism platform as well. Why not pull up X? Are we not live on X? What the fuck is going on here? Oh, there we go. X is being weird. Happy Freedom, everyone watching on X. All right, hooligans, we're going to get into things. I am sweating to death. My brain is cooking. Like I said, we're going to start off with this first video here. It's titled New Study Highlights Health Benefits of Coffee for Middle-Aged Women, because these things are important. Again, just telling you that coffee with hooligans is good for you. Either way, before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, we have these Hooligan Strong t-shirts. Now, this design was created by Alistair, and Alistair is a badass in just about everything he does. So I will be posting his link in all of the chats for you hooligans to have the opportunity to hire him for your creative needs, because if you think it, he can create it. Now, this design does come in shirts for men, shirts for women, tank tops for men, tank tops for women, pullover hoodies, zipper hoodies, coffee mugs, dog tags. We even made steel tumblers out of this design. Today I got on my Happy Freedom tank top sticking to my sweating body. This one's not for sale, I'm sorry, it's priceless. But I got other ones for sale, so we're going to be dropping all the links in the chats while we watch this first video.
For your health this morning, your morning cup of Joe could be more helpful than you think. A new study suggests it could help women stay healthy as they age. Dr. David Geyer here to break down the findings. And Dr. Geyer, we were just talking about how every few years coffee's good for you, coffee's bad. You know, back and forth, I've seen it just being a morning anchor, and we get really excited about it when it's good. And this was specifically for middle-aged women.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right. We've seen all different kinds of studies looking at specific diseases, looking at just overall, complications. But this one was looking at over a long period of time, 30 years, women in their 50s, and it showed, as we were talking about off the air, a small benefit, but a definite benefit in terms of healthy aging into your 80s, still being alive, good physical functioning, not having the 11 major chronic diseases, good memory issues. So there definitely seems to be an upside if you're already drinking coffee with sticking with it.
And there's something specifically about coffee, because it also looked at caffeine, sodas and things of that nature, and that showed, I think, a reduction, but it was the coffee that gave you an increase.
It definitely was. Decaf coffee didn't have the benefits, tea didn't have the benefits, and probably most shockingly, caffeinated soft drinks actually not only were not helpful, but they were detrimental, 20 to 26% decrease in healthy aging. So it's something about caffeinated coffee, a little bit the caffeine, but the other substances in it, the antioxidants and polyphenols, that may have an effect.
I love hearing this. It's like music to my ears. Is there a specific sweet spot when you're talking about amount in terms of cups?
In this study, it was actually higher than we typically recommend. The average or the median in this study was 315 milligrams, which is about 2 to 3 cups, depending on how strong the coffee is. So somewhere in that 2 to 4 cups of caffeinated coffee seems to be okay. Now, that doesn't mean you should be drinking all into the day, late into night, things like that. But in terms of if this is something you normally do, we're not saying if you don't drink coffee that you should start, but if it's something you normally do, it seems like a good idea.
Yeah, definitely so. And of course, hopefully there's more supporting studies that come out, that really, hit this home. But just more proof, coffee is not harmful.
Yeah, like I said, I wouldn't start if you don't already drink coffee. And if you've got issues like high blood pressure, heart disease, anxiety, sleep issues, maybe talk to your doctor. But having said that, I think if it's something you normally do, especially if you can do it without tons of the sugar and other sweeteners, I think coffee can be a good part of your lifestyle.
That's key too. I think this was specifically black coffee. So
yeah, and it's not to say that there aren't maybe low-fat alternatives, but yes, once you get to multiple ingredients, lots of calories, you probably lose some of the health benefits.
All right, Dr. David Geyer, always great talking.
Okay, that's some propaganda I can get behind. Like I said in the beginning, news comes out saying it's good for you, then it's bad for you, then it's good for you. And like we talked about a couple weeks ago, these studies are only done for people who pay for it, right? So there's always a a motive behind the scenes there. We need you to go out here and find some studies that prove that this is good for you or it is bad for you, and then that's how it goes. And people who can't afford research, well, we just consume the agenda. Either way, coffee's good for you if you're a middle-aged woman, I guess. I don't know, that's fine. Next up, Arnold Schwarzenegger responds to the Banshees on The View, asking him what he thinks of what ICE is doing, talking about doing these raids and doing their fucking job, kicking these illegals up out of here. Of course, during the lockdown, Arnold Schwarzenegger was interviewed and was talking about masks and vaccines and COVID and that shit, and he was talking about how people were exercising their freedoms here. And then he went out there and said, screw your freedoms. And after that, Arnold Schwarzenegger was pretty much stamped as a piece of shit. Now he's trying to redeem himself, but I don't forgive him. It's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about this coffee situation. It is so damn hot. It is so hot. That's badass, Matt Rogers. Lived Review sponsored by Screaming Goat Coffee. That's right. I appreciate you, Lived Review. Russell Community Coffee Dark Roast. Is Community Coffee a brand, or is that, you just stealing people's coffee? Snooks, no, you can't buy the tank top I'm wearing. Guess if the tank top don't work, next step is tube top. I know, if there was ever a time to have boobs, it'd be right now. You hooligans would be donating to some sweaty titties. I know you guys. What's up, Astro Hammer? Happy freedom to you. Oh, Russell, it's a brand. I thought you were just stealing people's coffee. You're like Community Coffee and just snatch somebody's coffee right off their table. What an asshole. What's up, Campfire? Happy freedom to you. Punky, thank you for joining us over here on Rumble. Free the Texan Black Rifle coffee is the best. I don't know if I've had Black Rifle coffee. I've had some sort of death coffee. I can't remember what it's called now. I wonder if I still have it in the cupboard. I've had quite a bit of coffee. I haven't had Black Rifle coffee yet. I've seen a lot of promotion for it, though. I drink 3 pots of coffee. I usually drink between 6 to 10 cups of coffee a day, usually. Sometimes I do more than that. What's up, Mr. Major? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Sharon? Happy freedom to you. Done black coffee and dark chocolate. Oh, I don't like dark chocolate. I like coffee. I'll drink coffee straight. I mean, once you drink jail coffee, you can pretty much drink any coffee. I don't like dark chocolate, though. I'll tell you that. What's up, Bright Gaming? Happy freedom to you. Thank you for joining us. What's up, Winston? What's up, High Plains Drifter? PCAT, I heard Christy Nome was taken to the hospital the day out of DC. Have you heard anything? No, Snooks was just telling me something about Christy Nome going to the hospital. Let's look it up, because everybody but me knows what's going on with Christy Nome. So let's figure it out. I heard she was pregnant with Guess Some's baby. That's what I heard. She was transported by ambulance to a hospital in Washington, D.C. today. According to CNN, sources indicate that Nome was conscious upon arrival and had communicated with her security detail. At this time, the specific reason for her hospitalization has not been disclosed, and the Department of Homeland Security has not provided further details. So let's go to her X page and see how that works. Breaking: DHS Secretary Christy Nome was just rushed to the hospital 18 minutes ago by Laura Loomer. See if we can figure this out before I melt to death in front of you guys. Why can I not spell her name? Let's go back here. Christy Nome. She hasn't posted on her shit for 2 days. What about her official? Oh, that is her official page. Interesting. So I guess there's no real explanation for it at this time. Everybody's just talking about her being rushed to the hospital. How do they even know she was rushed to the hospital? I guess it's a Republican thing, because when the Democrats go to the hospital, they don't tell anybody for 2 weeks. They just don't show up to work and nobody notices. Everybody's just saying she was rushed to the hospital. Why can't I fucking say that? She was sent to the hospital, but nobody knows why. 7 minutes ago, Libs of TikTok. Secretary Kristi Noem had an allergic reaction. She was transported to the hospital out of an abundance of caution. She is alert and conscious. Okay, so she had an allergic reaction. Okay, should be fine. Should be okay. Now we know. Okay, now we know. That's why we're all here, right? Let's see. Guess it's just a minor gunshot wound. No biggie. Nah, she's fine. So, Patriot Dad, happy freedom to you. Patriot Dad, my boss is playing a video for heat safety in the morning meeting. Had a pop-up ad of a girl shaving her head on the 75-inch TV. Fucking hilarious. That's how you cool down. I know, I barely got any hair. I'm like, I need to cut my hair so I can stop sweating. What's up, Shroomish? Happy freedom. What's up, Kelly R? Happy freedom to you. I'm sure Kristi Noem will be okay. What's up, Thistlebeard? What's up, Bitcoin? Happy freedom. What's up, Giggling Spy? Appreciate all of you hooligans sliding through. Holy is so hot. What's up, Eric? Happy freedom. Too much Taco Bell for lunch. What'd you have? What is too much Taco Bell like? I usually run out of money first. What's up, Mayor? Happy freedom. Going against the deep state is stressful? Yes. Yes, I believe that's true. What's up, Trev Terror? Happy freedom. Shouldn't have been eating them nuts. Now, Trev Terror, if she dies, you're going to feel awful, okay? What's up, Quantum? Happy freedom. We're going to hold you accountable, Trev Terror. We're going to be like, Trev Terror wanted her to kick the bucket. That's what we're going to say. Oh, Eric, I see what you're saying. Kristi Noem had too much Taco Bell. It could be. Could be. What's up, Status Quo? Happy freedom. What's up, Mike Ingalls? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Jerry? Jerry couldn't spell it either. Yeah, I had to Google it. I couldn't figure it out. Spelled it all kinds of ass backwards and wrong. Brittany, allergic reaction. You were right. What's up, Sean T? Happy freedom. What's up, Silver Wolf? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Scott? Happy freedom. What's up, Chris West? Happy freedom to you. What's up, I'm Janet. All right, hooligans, we're going to move forward here. This next one, like I said, Arnold Schwarzenegger responds to the Banshees on The View, asking him what he thinks about what ICE is doing. Obviously talking about the raids and putting up with liberal shithead terrorists and all of that. Now, they thought they were going to get some sort of liberal answer out of Arnold Schwarzenegger, which they kind of had reason to do that. Like I said, during the lockdowns, during COVID, he was on TV screaming, "Screw your freedoms." He wanted you to comply with the mandates of the government like a little bitch. And we didn't like that shit. So now he's back. I don't know if he's trying to play in our favor or if he really believes what he's saying. But man, there's some blowback for the Banshees on The View. For a moment here, you'll see them trying to like touch his shoulder and stuff, kind of throwing him some signals like, hey, reel it in a little bit, show sympathy for the illegals. But he just wasn't doing that. Hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the Commie Tube. And let's get into this.
You are an immigrant. You're an immigrant in this country. Yeah. Did you have a visceral reaction to what they're doing, what ICE is doing, when you see the videos of it?
Well, I tell you, you said that the immigrant. I'm so proud and happy that I was embraced by the American people like that. I mean, imagine I came over here with the age of 21, with absolutely nothing. And then to create a career like that. I mean, in no other country in the world could you do that. Yeah. Every single thing, if it's my bodybuilding career, if it's my acting career, becoming governor, the beautiful family that I've created, all of this is because of America.
That's true.
And so this is why I'm so happy to see firsthand that this is the greatest country in the world, and this is the land of opportunity. And I think because I'm such a proud American and a proud immigrant that came to America, I was asked to do, on July 4th, a big speech, the keynote speech at Mount Vernon, where George Washington was laid to rest, and where he lived and all that, to celebrate the 250th anniversary of America, the existence of America. And I will be doing the speech there. They asked me because I'm an immigrant, and the people be, you know, very, very happy. And I think because I'm such a proud American and a proud immigrant that came to America, I was asked to do, on July 4th, a big speech, the keynote speech at Mount Vernon, where George Washington was laid to rest, and where he lived and all that, to celebrate the 250th anniversary of America, the existence of America. And I will be doing the speech there. They asked me because I'm an immigrant there will be 7,000 some people there, and there will be people that will be sworn in and will become citizens that day.
That's great.
So it's really a great, great celebration. And this is what this is all about, is to celebrate people becoming Americans and coming to America and all that. And so I just think the world of the great kind of history that we have with immigrants in America. But the key thing also is at the same time that we got to do things legal. That is the important thing, you know. So you got to do things legal. And those people that are doing illegal things in America and that are foreigners, they are not smart. Because when you come to America, you're a guest. And you have to behave like a guest. Like when I go to someone's house and I'm a guest, then I will do everything I can to keep things clean and to make my bed and to do everything that is the right thing to do, rather than committing a crime or being abusive or something like that. So that doesn't really work in this country. So I think the important thing is when you become an immigrant, to think about, okay, I go to America because I want to use America for the great opportunities that America has in education, in jobs, creating a family, all of those kind of things. Then you have to think about, okay, if I get all of those things from America, then I have to give something back. You have a responsibility as an immigrant to give back to America and to pay back to America and to go and do something for your community for no money whatsoever. Give something back to after-school programs, Special Olympics, or whatever it is. Make this country a better place.
Arnold, don't forget.
Okay. Like I said, Arnold Schwarzenegger giving an answer other than what they were expecting. Before you get on your knees for Arnold, let me grab this video really quick, because I posted this last year, about this time last year. Just a reminder real quick.
But I think people should know there is a virus here. It kills people, and the only way we prevent it is to get vaccinated, to wear masks, to do social distancing, washing your hands all the time, and not just to think about, well, my freedom is being kind of disturbed here. No, screw your freedom. Because with freedom comes obligations and kind of responsibilities. We cannot just say, I have the right to do X, Y, and Z. When you affect other people, that is when it gets serious. It's like no different than a traffic light. We put a traffic light at the intersection so someone doesn't kill someone else by accident. So this is why we have a traffic light. You cannot say, no one is going to tell me that I'm going to stop here, that I have to stop at this traffic light here. I'm going to go right through it. Yeah, then you kill someone else, and then it is your doing. So this is the same thing with the virus. You cannot go and not put a mask on, because when you breathe, you can infect someone else, and you can infect someone that then gets sick and may die. So this is why I think.
All right, like I said, you got to take what he says as a grain of salt, because he be flip-flopping. That was him during the lockdowns saying, screw your freedoms. Of course, he must have learned some lessons since then, because he's right there in the lion's den supporting ICE. He's never invited back to The View, I tell you that. Next up, we got Trump lashes out at publicity-seeking Macron after leaving G7 early. It's going to be talking about why President Trump cut the G7 and came home early. It's coming up next, but first, we're going to read through the chat and see what you hooligans think about Arnold Schwarzenegger. Russell, always wash your hands after choking the chicken. I don't think that's how you catch COVID, Russell. Pretty sure. Everybody drop. That's why you guys got to get membership to the website. Because, see, we got the gifts and stuff, okay? We got all the fun stuff in the chat over here. Anyways. Not the booby flexing. Come on, Silverwolf. I don't know, flexing his tits at us. What's up, TJ? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Relax? Happy freedom to you. He legit sounded scared. Yeah. A little anxious there. What's up, Ghostly? Happy freedom. Giggling Spine, never forget. That's right. So, Brian, happy freedom to you. Brian, did you just say something about Special Olympics? I think he was saying to volunteer for Special Olympics because he was in the middle of saying, like, you know, participate, be a part of the community. Don't just be a burden to the resources here in America. Contribute. I think that's what he was saying. But he was also like, you know, if you need to, you go ahead and run in the Special Olympics. You know, he was like, if you qualify, do the thing. It is so damn hot. Turbo, still a bunch of overpaid bats. You're not wrong. I think The View is sustained by hate. I feel like people just watch it just to hate on it. And that's what's keeping them alive. What's up, Mike T? Happy freedom. Take your money and bow out gratefully. Yeah. Meta, does that imply that I'm a murderer because I'm a pureblood? Yeah. Arnold Schwarzenegger thinks you're killing grandma over there. What's up, Lisa? Happy freedom. No, the assassination threat was not from Iran. Although there was reports that Iran threatened to like hit us here at home or something like that if we participate in whatever's going on between them and Israel. But people are always talking that kind of shit. What's up, Breeze? Happy freedom. Quantum at 6 p.m. Don Jr. was going to expose some election fraud. If you want to watch later, I mean, we watched the whole thing happen. We watched the board meetings and everything. Anything he has to show is something that we've already seen, for sure. We'll check on it. We'll see how it goes. What's up, Janie? Happy freedom. What's up, James? Happy freedom to you. Quantum. Well, they tried to start the fungus pandemic, but it didn't go well for them. I wonder if they'll attempt it again, though, because the boyfriend to the female scientist got to go back home. He was trying to bring that stuff here into the country, and they stopped him at customs, and he got to go back to China. They detained what he had, and they arrested his girlfriend. But he could try and come back with more of whatever those spores were. What's up, Vinny C? Happy freedom. What's up, Skulls? Happy freedom to you. Trent, put a paper mask on. Yeah, exactly. What's up, HG? Happy freedom. Yeah, Brittany, one day I had brought up the Arnold Schwarzenegger screw your freedom thing, and nobody knew what the hell I was talking about, so I had to go and find it, and I had reposted the video over on X. That way I could always go back and reference it whenever I need to. What's up, Gen X? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Hair Juicer? Happy freedom. What's up, FEMA Region? You were golfing. How'd it go, FEMA Region? I haven't golfed in years, but I love golfing. I'm truly dog shit at it, but it's fun to drive golf carts and be outside and not get eaten by mosquitoes. What's up, 8-Bit? Happy freedom. All right, hooligans, we're going to move forward here. This next one, like I said, Trump lashes out at publicity-seeking Macron after leaving the G7 early. Obviously, this could be talking about why President Trump had left the G7 and came home early. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, if you'd like to participate in Free Speech Saturday, make sure you post all of your memes over on Discord or on jeffmaclive.com. Just hop in the group chats on either platform. You'll see the tabs labeled memes. Drop what you got and we'll shout you out as we're making Saturdays more fun. Let's get this pulled up. This video's not too long. Come on. It takes longer when YouTube's buffering. I think it's the ad blocker that's causing the buffering. Either way, hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube, and let's get into this.
In other news, President Trump is cutting his G7 trip short as Israel and Iran are trading these devastating strikes. Mark Meredith joins us live now with more. Mark?
Ainsley, good morning to you. President Trump is back at the White House after cutting his trip to Canada short. The president making it very clear he does not believe in any uncertain terms that Iran should have any nuclear weapon capabilities. But the president was also asked on Air Force One on his way back to D.C. why he decided he needed to come back to D.C. so quickly. Listen to what he had to say.
We're not looking for a ceasefire. I didn't say I was looking for a ceasefire. We're looking for better than a ceasefire. Remember, Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. It's very simple. You don't have to go too deep into it. They just can't have a nuclear weapon.
What was the thinking on the call for Tehran to evacuate? Is there a threat or is there incoming? What was the thinking on the full evacuation?
I want people to be safe.
Now, the president was in Canada meeting with many world leaders, including French President Emmanuel Macron. And while he was there, the president signed on to an agreement calling for peace in the Middle East, but also was critical of some comments that Macron made. Macron was suggesting that the reason that Trump was heading back to the U.S. was to create a ceasefire between Israel and Iran. Trump put out on Truth Social, publicity-seeking Macron of France mistakenly said that I left the G7 to go back to D.C. to work on a ceasefire between Israel and Iran. Wrong. He has no idea why I'm on my way to D.C., but it certainly has nothing to do with the ceasefire. Much bigger than that, whether purposely or not. Emmanuel always gets it wrong. Stay tuned. We'll be looking to see if the French president has any new reaction while he is still in Canada. But the president, he is back here in D.C. meeting with his national security team. We don't have an updated schedule yet, guys, so we don't know if we'll see the president address the situation on camera later today. But, of course, there are so many developments happening in real time.
And
Brian, Lawrence, and Hazel?
It's not the Israeli-Iran conflict. I get it. But the president is on a fast track to get a trade deal, it looks like, with Canada. He had formally signed the one with the U.K. And I personally think that he was not thrilled about the Ukrainian talks that were on tap. He probably knows he's going to get pressure to hit Russia with sanctions. I don't think he was really looking forward to that session. Do you think that played into it, Mark?
Well, Brian, Macron and Trump have certainly had interesting relationships over the last year. Trump last year praised him as a pretty smart guy, but obviously we've seen the back and forth that Macron has had. He's been very vocal when it comes to the Ukraine issue, and Macron obviously wanting to keep Europe and the U.S. involved with Ukraine. However, I would imagine with so much of the focus, though, for the president's going to be on what happens next with whether or not Israel goes forward with an even larger attack against Tehran. Trump was asked about that on the plane, why he said the people of Tehran should evacuate. He didn't elaborate further, but obviously people are reading between the lines that a possibility of a major attack is still on the table.
All right, Mark. Thanks so much.
All right, talking about President Trump leaving the G7 early, of course, with everything going on between Iran and Israel. Yesterday, we covered a video where Benjamin Netanyahu was saying that even though President Trump said that he believed it was not a good idea to eliminate the supreme leader of Iran, Benjamin Netanyahu was still considering the idea. Now, Iran has threatened us recently. There was posts on X within the hour saying that Iran had threatened to hit us with missiles or some sort of weapon or whatever the hell if we participate in what's going on between the two. Then I guess Iran made an announcement saying that they have a surprise coming up that will be remembered for centuries or something like that. So now everybody's all on edge. I don't really worry about foreign problems. And we're at a point where if somebody was going to do something really big and bad, it's probably going to involve nuclear weapons, and there's not a lot you can do about it. We've talked about this before. The best thing you can do if you're really worried about the world ending is figure out what pose you want burned into the ground, right? You want to look cool when they discover your body, right? You don't want to look goofy. So practice your poses now. That way when that flash of light happens at 3:30 in the morning, you can get into formation there, and as it burns your image into the fucking surface of the planet, when they find your remains, they'll have a nice little chuckle there. Otherwise, don't worry about that shit. Life is so much harder than dying. Dying happens on its own. Having a good life is something you got to make happen. You got to look forward to being happy, not worried about dying. Next up, R. Kelly hospitalized after alleged prison overdose. Now, R. Kelly says that the prison staff is trying to kill him, and he needs to be on temporary home confinement. Now, they don't believe that. The assistant U.S. attorney is saying that they're not buying that nonsense. They think that he's manipulating the situation. It's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about what's going on with President Trump and him having to cut the G7 early. What the hell is that, Jay Spray? It's just a little guy. Is that Zelensky? This is what Zelensky looked like when he was visiting the White House. It was like a bunch of this going on here. He's just a little guy. Guess Mossad could take out the Iranian leader at any moment. That place is a shithole over there. Nothing surprises me about all that stuff. That's why I try not to worry about foreign problems. Guess I'm not afraid of R. Kelly. He pisses me off. Yeah. Every time I think of R. Kelly, I just think of Dave Chappelle and the R. Kelly skits where he was doing like the remakes to Ignition. And he's like, piss, piss, piss. Like doing that. That's all I ever think of when I hear about R. Kelly. Russell, I'm not for a regime change in Iran. It never works out, but take out their entire nuke program. Yeah. J Spray, Iran has been a year away from having nuclear weapons since 87. I've seen a lot of people say that. There's a clip of President Trump from Air Force One kind of connected to that video that we just saw where they were saying that Kristi Noem had stated that Iran wasn't getting involved in nuclear stuff. And President Trump was like, I don't care what she said. And he firmly believes that they were getting involved in building nuclear weapons. And as he says, they are not allowed to have one. Guess same here. Chappelle nailed it. Yeah, this J Spray, this shit right here. That's exactly what I think of every time I think of R. Kelly. That and him crying in that interview, saying he's fighting for his life. I'll never forget that. Thank you so much, 8-Bit, for gifting a sub over on Rumble. You're a badass, 8-Bit. Thank you so much. Gifting another sub. Appreciate you, 8-Bit. Thank you. What's up, Troutman? Happy freedom. Oh, did I say Kristi Noem? Yeah, Tulsi Gabbard. That's what I meant. Not Kristi Noem, Tulsi Gabbard. And President Trump was like, I don't care what she said. Kelly R. got to get cute pajamas for the nuke. Yeah. What's up, Roy? Happy freedom. MU, for years, every school kid's position was duck and cover. So stupid. Yeah, I remember doing the drills. We used to have tornado drills, too. We don't even get tornadoes here. It's like we were always practicing for shit that, you know, it ain't going to save you. It gives you the opportunity to kiss your ass goodbye before it happens. That's about it. Here, kids, stick your head between your legs just in case something bad happens. Has that saved anybody? No. I can feel heat radiating out of my eyeballs. It is so hot. Poor Klaus Daniels. I'm going to have to put him in the bathtub with ice like he's losing a kidney. What's up, Ramsey? Happy freedom to you. Hey, Bit, you're going to be going live soon? Well, maybe we'll raid you out. Let me see. Huh? There, I just followed you. What's up, Faded? Happy freedom. Faded, me and my family plan to do the YMCA pose. That's going to be so badass, Faded. You're awesome. Happy freedom to you. Meta, I pray that President Trump makes the right decision. I hope he does. I don't know. I'm not really concerned with it as the way things are right now. There's always so much fear-mongering that I just take everything that's said on the TV or the internet as a grain of salt. I'll worry about shit when the flash in the sky happens. Killer J, oh my god, I can't read that out loud, but that's hilarious. I mean, that's one way to overdose. Tactical George Carlin for Secretary of State. There you go. What's up, Big Daddy? Happy freedom. I'm in Michigan. What's up, Metal Makes Me Crazy? Happy freedom to you. Metal Makes Me Crazy. Just pop a beer, light a smoke, kiss a beautiful woman, and enjoy the moment before the flash. That's right. What's up, Rick? Happy freedom. What's up, Captain Brad? I appreciate you being with us. Welcome back to the chat. We were covering protests and shit all last week, but they just magically all went away. It's really weird. It's really weird. I've been thinking that all day. Protests every single day last week. It wasn't even just last week. It was like 9 or 10 days of protests, and now it's just nobody's doing that anymore. Not until Mahmoud Khalil gets deported or Carmelo Anthony gets those murder charges. That's what I think will bring them all back, but we'll see. What's up, CC? Happy freedom. What's up, Booty Duty? Happy freedom. Yeah, Booty Duty. I'm saying, gotta worry about living, can't worry about dying. I used to have a buddy that watched Alex Jones all the time back in 2015 when they were doing the Jade Helm project, where they were doing like modern warfare drills and shit. In Grand Rapids, they had Blackhawks with like fake rounds, and they were firing them off, and people were all concerned and shit because everybody felt like they were training and preparing for war here and all of that. My buddy would hit me up every single day and tell me the sky is falling. I was like, how many bullets you got? Well, that's not enough. You need to buy more. You need to get food. You need to get water. I'm like, dude, it's Tuesday. Shit is not going off today. And it never happened. That stuff never happened. Here we are, 2025, sky never fell. But I had to tell him, like, dude, you got to worry about living. You cannot worry about dying. And ever since then, I've tried to just focus on that. I mean, sometimes life gets the best of you, but man, you got to worry about living. Don't worry about dying. Janie going into the Superman pose. There you go. Vinny C, I called it. After the weekend passes, you won't see any protests. Yeah, and the No Kings protest stuff was somewhat of a disappointment. We made the most of it, but I was telling you guys all week, I knew that wasn't going to be what they were promising. What's up, Nunya? Happy freedom. Yeah, Nunya, I bet it is hot in Arizona. If it's hot here, I know it's hot there. What's up, MAGA47? Happy freedom. I feel like Trump has the best intentions. I do too. What I can't stand is the media. The way the media is talking about everything. Like Tucker Carlson was saying something against what President Trump was saying. President Trump had a response calling Tucker Carlson kooky. Now the left is out there saying that MAGA's eating each other because they don't understand what a disagreement is. All of a sudden now MAGA's just eating each other. Same thing with the war stuff. If we get involved in this Iran stuff, everybody's all prepared to talk shit about President Trump because President Trump said over and over again that Obama was going to get us in a war with Iran, and now it looks like we're going to get in a war with Iran with President Trump being in office. So now they're trying to say that President Trump, yeah, more taco shit basically, right? Like Trump always chickens out, right? They're always talking that nonsense. They're trying to build up another one of those kind of publicity stunts. The media is so annoying about this stuff. They're like, oh man, we're really scared because we're all going to die in a world war, but wait, let's take time to make fun of President Trump. I'm like, yeah, you can't be the victim and the aggressor at the same time. What's up, Damon Walker? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Daniel? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Deeper? You build a bunker to live. I mean, yeah, I guess if you can afford it. Mike Ingalls, did you see that they finally boarded up the ICE complex in Portland until they set it on fire? I saw that they boarded it up after they had breached the front doors, and I know they went live the next day, like in the daytime, but they haven't been live since. They weren't live last night. I don't know. It's very orchestrated. What's up, White Mountain? Happy freedom. What's up, Norma? Happy freedom to you. Modern day bunkers prolong your agony. I was going to say then you got to live in a bunker versus just dying on the surface of the planet with everybody else, but you know, to each their own. What's up, Afro Man? Happy freedom to you. All right, hooligans, we're going to move forward here. Like I said, R. Kelly's got more problems here. This is R. Kelly hospitalized after alleged prison overdose. He is fairly certain that the prison staff is trying to kill him. At least that's what he's trying to say. But people just aren't buying it. Hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
Breaking news this morning concerning R&B singer and convicted felon R. Kelly. Take a look at this post on X, courtesy of TMZ, in which they say that R. Kelly was reportedly rushed to the hospital from an overdose of medications in prison. TMZ also releasing an article. I do want to read you some of The report that they have already issued here, as R. Kelly, TMZ says, is doubling down on his claim that his life is in grave danger in prison, now alleging the Bureau of Prison staff at his federal center in North Carolina purposefully gave him too much medication, causing an overdose that left him hospitalized. A court filing submitted by his attorney Monday claims R. Kelly was left bedridden in a hospital after a solitary confinement staff member instructed him to take additional medication the night of June 12th. The next morning, R. Kelly allegedly awakened feeling faint and dizzy, and when he attempted to get up, he fell on the floor, crawled to the door of the cell, and lost consciousness. He was subsequently taken to Duke University Hospital, and during the ride there, he claims he heard a prison officer begrudge, quote, "This is going to open a whole new can of worms." During his 2-day stay at the hospital, Kelly says he learned he was given an amount of his prescribed medication that could have ended his life. Furthermore, Kelly claims in his Monday filing that prison staff took him off necessary blood thinner medication and is now refusing to allow him a doctor-recommended surgery to clear blood clots in his legs and lungs that are putting his life in danger. Instead, they have him locked up in solitary confinement, where Kelly has expressed to his lawyer he is convinced he will be killed or left to die. Therefore, the disgraced music mogul is asking for temporary release to home confinement for the third time, arguing his life depends on it. TMZ goes on to say that an assistant United States attorney swiftly filed a response to Kelly's request, alleging he continuously paints himself as the victim and adding, quote, "This is the behavior of an abuser and a master manipulator on display." The response also claims Kelly knowingly submitted an action to a court that has no jurisdiction over his case, accusing him of instead choosing to write to let his court know that he is cold in prison and to criticize the medical care that he is receiving in order to turn his situation into a grocery store checkout aisle tabloid. Kelly's latest filing comes just a week after his legal team sought his immediate release due to an alleged foiled murder-for-hire plot against him. His team submitted a sworn statement from another inmate who claimed authorities offered him release from prison if he murdered the singer. But just wanted to bring you that breaking news courtesy again of TMZ that R. Kelly reportedly rushed to the hospital from an overdose of medications in prison. So we'll be sure to follow that story for you here.
All right, R. Kelly claiming that he's gonna die in prison. I don't know. It sounds like he's experiencing what everybody experiences in prison. Poor treatment and living with monsters. That's pretty much how everybody feels in there. That's why you don't want to go to prison. You don't want to make choices that put you there, because it's a terrible fucking place to have to live. He should have thought about that before he was out there committing those crimes. Next up, we got Trump assassination threat. FBI reveals man vows to kill. This is about Peter Stinson. He was Coast Guard lieutenant. He left the service in 2021. He was a sharpshooter and a FEMA instructor. He had made multiple threats to kill President Trump on the internet like a fucking idiot. And he also claims to be Antifa. All of this is coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about R. Kelly saying that he's being mistreated in prison. He needs to get home stat. He needs to be placed on house arrest, more or less. Matt Rogers sounds like the doctors tried to off him. Yeah, it does seem that way, but they're not buying it. They said the assistant U.S. attorney says they don't believe it. They think he's just doing this stuff to get out of jail. Silverwolf, if I go to prison, I'm definitely becoming a shape-shifting female. Will they do that in Michigan? Will they put you in a female prison? Put you in the female dorms? Guess I disagree. Prison improved my sex life. Yeah, but in prison, everybody's peeing on R. Kelly. It's not the other way around. He don't like it. He don't like it at all. J Spray Turf War. He's just upset that no one will piss on him since Diddy showed up. I'm saying. That's what it is. That's what it is. He don't like it. When is R. Kelly supposed to get out? Oh, he's facing like 50 years. He's never getting out. How old is R. Kelly? Google's like, who the fuck is R. Kelly? It's been a while. Yeah, he's 58. He'll be 108 when he gets out. He ain't getting out. He ain't getting out. Afro Man, his coin purse is wide open. Holy. But somebody said the other day, bunghole like clown pockets. Jesus loves us. I cannot get that phrase out of my head. I was going to say that at the drive-thru person at McDonald's. It was like just hilarious. Jay Spray, it seems like you'd be able to sue the state of Michigan if they didn't put you in a woman's, let's see, in the woman's sense, what is this? In a woman's sense, it's capable of a fine or a prison time for hate speech or misgendering. Oh, yeah, I guess. Because, yeah, it's like 5 years in prison if you misgender someone here in Michigan. So if you told them that you were a female while you were being sentenced to go to prison, yeah, it seems like they would have to stick you in a female dorm. Well, I'm not really willing to try it, Jay Spray, but we'll keep that on the back burner just in case. Thank you so much, 8-Bit, for gifting another 5 subs over on Rumble. You're awesome, 8-Bit. Thank you so much. You hooligans better be thanking 8-Bit. Those memberships are not free. Punky BLM riots were better. Yeah, well, they were more consistent. I will say that. 8-Bit 4th of July is going to be epic. Oh, yeah, it is. It absolutely is. What's up, Rolling Pony? Happy freedom to you. So the protests magically calmed down because blue cities are addicted to federal titty milk money? Yep. Yeah, they were told that they got the week off. Neon Love Machine, happy freedom to you. This is an attempt to get him out. Yeah, absolutely. Now the bad thing is if the prison staff is actually out to get him, it's too damn bad. Nobody believes him. He's just going to die in there. And nobody's going to be held accountable afterwards because accountability left to go get milk and never came back home. TJ, when did R. Kelly go to prison? Let's see. $2021. Yeah, in 2021 he was given a 30-year sentence, and in 2022 they gave him an additional 20 years. Yep, he's never getting out. Metalmouth, where's Bobby? You guys gotta type boobs in the chat until he shows up. Faded the piss wars. Holy. Prison's got more problems than they've ever had. 8-Bit, no, you can't drop links in the chat. The chat won't even let you do it. You gotta email it to me or something like that. What's up, Trapper? Happy freedom. Meta, yeah, Klaus is fine. Klaus is fine. What's up, QAnon? Happy freedom. Damon Walker, when it comes to riots, you only get what you pay for. I'm just saying, yeah, you're not wrong. They'll be back. That's not the end of the spicy summer. We're just taking a little break. What's up, Harmony? Happy freedom. Harmony, I'm not sure what you're talking about. It's a frog. Happy Freedom. Did we ever figure out what happened to the Antifa guy who got hit in the head? I assume Boop Troop is okay. I wanted to reach out to him, but I don't think it would have worked out, considering they were talking bad about me when he got smoked in the head. But I wanted to see if he was okay, but he was talking shit about President Trump on Sunday on his Facebook, so I assume he's fine. I mean, I don't know for sure, and I don't really have a way to reach out to him. I assume he's okay, though. Jagular, remember the Chappelle skit he did on R. Kelly? Yeah, we were just talking about it a little bit ago. Jordan, we're going to cover it next. Happy Freedom to you, Jordan. Watchmen probably cheeked meds. Yeah, because it seems like if he was given too much medication that it would open an investigation in the prison. I mean, you would assume that, but it doesn't sound like that's the case. Norm will suffer the consequences. Yeah, exactly. Breeze, blood clots, vaccinated? He might be vaccinated. Mentioned he blamed Trump for getting shot. No, I didn't see that. I didn't see him blaming Trump. We were joking about that when he got smoked, but no, I didn't see him say that. He was bitching about Trump in general, not for getting smoked in the head. What's up, Tex Vet? Happy Freedom. What's up, Corey Luca? Happy Freedom to you. Corey Luca, I can't run. I mean, I could run the standing air conditioner, but I don't have it hooked up. And when I hook it up, it doesn't reach the living room. And I can't put the window one, or it'll just immediately break my lease. They'll send me an eviction notice. Proud Patriot Girlie, let me check it really quick. What makes you think that Trump's going to address the nation? There's nothing on the White House website. Right Side Broadcasting doesn't have any upcoming lives. Thanks so much, Wayward, for sharing out the live. I appreciate you. Let's see what the White House says on X. The White House doesn't say anything about Trump addressing the nation. In all reality, I shouldn't have to look in that many locations. You should be able to tell if the president's going to address the nation, but the way our fucking media is set up is so ass right now. Alright, Proud Patriot Girlie. Yeah, let me know, because I'm not finding anything saying that he's supposed to address the nation. I expected him to, but nothing is suggesting it. Even his presidential schedule ends at like 12:30, like back near noon, like 6 hours ago. But if he's going to, I want to cover it. Happy Freedom to you, Wayward. Guess you fucking cracked me up, man. Guess said he's gonna drop links in the chat. Drop those smoky links. Jesus loves us. That was a good one, Guess that was a good one. Let me see if we can figure out about Trump going live, and we're gonna move forward here. Steve S. I read he was heading to the Situation Room, so I don't expect an appearance unless there's a major war update. Yeah. Well, I assume the White House would say one way or another, you know, if he was going to address the nation. It's hard to address the nation if you don't give anybody a heads up. What's up, Hidu? Happy Freedom. Relax, your cat is dying. Why? Because it's hot there? Cat Daniels, he's laying in front of a fan right now. He's got his own fan. Spoiled cat. Okay, well, what's up, Corn Pop? Happy Freedom. We're going to move forward here, and if we find out more about President Trump speaking live, we'll do the thing, because I have intentions to cover it if that's actually a thing. So either way, we're going to move forward until we figure out more. Like I said, Trump assassination threat, FBI reveals man vows to kill. It's coming up next, but first, I want to remind you, hooligans, of something we haven't talked about yet. Our friend Larry, the scrapper guy, a hooligan of ours, he needs a kidney transplant. And if you think you can help Larry, please check out this link with all of his info. I created a page for him on the website. You do not have to have a membership or any shit like that. You can just go straight to the page. But if you think you can help Larry, please check out this link that has all of his information, because he really needs our help. Proud Patriot Girly, it was posted on True Social. I'll check in a second. Thank you for letting me know. All right, hooligans, that link right there will take you to a page that explains everything that I'm talking about, and it has links on the page to help Larry out. Like I said, he needs a kidney transplant, and really he needs all the help that you guys can send. So definitely go check out that link to help Larry. I'm gonna see about President Trump on True Social, and we're gonna move forward here. I don't see anything on True Social saying he's going live. The last thing he posted was an hour ago, and it was an article. Yeah, I don't know. As far as I could tell, Trump's not going live right this second. So we're going to move forward here. Like I said, Trump assassination threat. FBI reveals man vows to kill. Come on, YouTube. You got to give him the spirit fingers. That's how you make it work. The nutty tickles. Anyways, hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
We are following some breaking news as it relates to President Donald Trump. I want you to take a good look at your screen. This just in from the New York Post as they report a former Coast Guard officer has been arrested after allegedly threatening to assassinate President Donald Trump. They got that report from the FBI. As we discuss this breaking news, I do want to transition to give you a live look at the White House this Tuesday morning. We are following the very latest from our content partners also at Fox News this Tuesday. They report a former Coast Guard lieutenant was recently arrested for allegedly making threats to kill President Donald Trump, according to court documents obtained by Fox News. The suspect, Virginia resident Peter Stinson, served as an officer in the United States Coast Guard from 1988 to 2021. Fox News reports he was a sharpshooter as well as a FEMA instructor during that time. The article goes on to say in an affidavit filed Friday, a task force officer from the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the FBI, revealed details about the myriad of online threats that Stinson allegedly made. In one instance, Stinson reportedly wrote that Trump needed to be taken out on May 9th. The post was a reference to Luigi Mangione, accused of killing United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson last year. The article goes on to say that Stinson allegedly made graphic threats against Trump involving guns, poisoning, and even knives on multiple social media platforms. Stinson also allegedly referenced not having the necessary skills to successfully complete an assassination, but also suggested that he wasn't being entirely truthful. The document also alleges this morning that Stinson made several references to 8647, which government officials say is likely in reference to an Instagram post made by former FBI Director James Comey. The document states, quote, the post by Comey was interpreted in the news media as a violent threat to President Trump and prompted an investigation by the Department of Homeland Security and the U.S. Secret Service. Stinson has made since 13 additional posts on Blue Sky, including the text 8647. The affidavit also alleges that Stinson has self-identified as a member of Antifa. Back on February 2nd, Stinson allegedly posted on his X account, "Sure, this is war. Sides will be drawn. Antifa always wins in the end. Violence is inherently necessary," end quote. The most recent post referenced in the document was posted on Blue Sky back on June 11th, when Stinson allegedly wrote, "When he dies, the party is going to be huge." So that's just a few days ago. But again, this breaking news just coming into our live now from Fox Studios. Stinson was charged with making threats to kill the president and is slated to make an initial appearance in federal court Wednesday, which is tomorrow. And if you're just now tuning in, this is in reference to a former Coast Guard officer arrested after allegedly threatening to assassinate the commander-in-chief, President Donald Trump. As you can imagine, this is a developing story, so make sure to stay tuned to Live Now from Fox for the very latest developments.
Okay. So another dumbass out here trying to say bad things about President Trump. But man, I'm surprised that's not in the news every day, because anytime I'm on X, I see people talking shit, or even on TikTok. People are constantly calling for bad things to happen to President Trump, and I never see these people get held accountable. So, I mean, at least they got one of them, right? But everybody else, it seems like they get off the hook. Next up, Homeland Security reverses decision on farming hotel industry ICE raids. Yesterday, we covered a video saying that President Trump was going to prioritize Los Angeles, Chicago, and New York when it comes to these ICE raids, but he was going to step away from, or he was going to pause arrests on restaurants, farms, and hotels or something like that. But then today, apparently he changed his mind, and they're going to continue to go after those people, which I was kind of saying that yesterday. If they're so successful from raiding restaurants and places like that, that why would you stop? So today they're going back to it. It's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about this Trump assassination threat. Also, I was just looking all over X. I see a lot of nobodies saying that President Trump is supposed to go live. Like within the hour, I'm seeing a ton of people posting that. I cannot find one official post stating that that's what's going to happen. I've looked at his accounts on Truth, on X. I looked at the White House homepage. I looked at their live page. I looked at the White House X page, and nobody's talking about President Trump going live. But I see a lot of randos on X, a bunch of no names, saying that President Trump's going to go live in an hour. So I don't know. I'll stay active, try to figure out if he's actually going live or not. But again, if he goes live and there's no announcement saying that he was going to go live, it's just more evidence that they need to do something about the media coming out of the White House, because you shouldn't have to guess if the president that you voted for is going to be talking to you or not. Like, it should be official enough to where you got some heads up. But either way, Afroman, yeah, you can post. Well, I don't want to say it like that, but yeah, you can post links in the chat on the website. You guys all paid to be here, so you post just about whatever you want. I don't want racist shit, and you can't post nudity in the chat because it offends people, unfortunately. But yeah, that's how it goes. That's how it goes. Whew, it is so hot. Israel tweet, let me see it. What the hell is Geizo? I've never heard of that. Interesting. Russell just can't fix stupid. Yeah, for real. They're saying that his name is Peter Stinson. He was the Coast Guard lieutenant, but he left in 2021. He was a sharpshooter and a FEMA instructor. He had made multiple threats, saying that he wanted to kill President Trump. Also claims to be Antifa. I wonder if one day they're going to actually declare Antifa as domestic terrorists. Afroman, you ain't got a portable AC? I don't really know what a portable AC is. I have a standing AC, but it's not hooked up. I need to go and get some insulation board from Home Depot or something so I can secure it to the window. But I need to get another standing AC unit to be able to reach the living room. I wish they would just let me use my window AC. It cleared the whole house, but I just can't. Rolling Pony, I just checked it. I just stayed it everywhere I just looked. David, happy freedom to you. You have to wonder why Antifa is not a banned terrorist group, almost like a certain tribe likes them. Well, for a while, if you went to Antifa.com, it took you to the White House page when Biden was in the White House. Now it takes you to a Wikipedia page. I'm not even sure if it talks about Antifa. Let me see. If you type in Antifa.com, it redirects you to the 2020 election. Hold on, I'm just going to show you guys. Okay, hold on. If you type in Antifa.com, it brings you here to Wikipedia where it says 2020 United States presidential election. So for no reason, it just brings you to a Wikipedia page talking about the 2020 election. But like I said before, when Biden was still in the White House, Antifa.com used to take you to, I don't know who's using that URL. It's also a redirect. Once you land on that Wikipedia page, the URL changes to whatever the original URL is. Brian, portable AC, it's like an early 80s ghetto blaster, just carry it on your shoulder and walk around. I got a little fan, like a tunnel fan, sitting under the desk blowing on me, but I almost can't feel it. What's up, Electric Hammer? Happy freedom. Let me see. He's from Nick's Order. I follow him. Five minutes ago, the White House has called a full lid for tonight, meaning the president is not expected to be seen on camera. Reports of an address to the nation regarding Iran is false. Thank you for letting me know. You are right, Electric Hammer. Now we know. We're not expecting President Trump any longer today. Maybe tomorrow. You do? I can't read that out loud while YouTube's watching, but yeah. M. Troutman, whitehouse.com was a porn site back in the 90s because you had to go to whitehouse.gov. That's interesting. That's hilarious. I've never heard that before. Meta, at the Butler, Pennsylvania rally when Trump was shot, the crowd easily could have rioted, but they didn't. Right? We're called the violent ones. Well, I don't know what... I mean, yeah, they could have rioted from the situation. It wouldn't have made sense to riot at the rally because there wasn't any opposition. The only opposition, the guy got shot in the face, so he was already gone. But yeah, MAGA could have rioted. They just don't. Of course, it didn't work out for J6, so that's a big reason why. Corey Luca, if you don't pay for water, a big square fan run the shower cold and cool you off a few degrees. I did that last year and it caused an investigation in the building. They said that we had used so much water that they thought a water pipe had broke. And so they went into everyone's apartments and did an inspection on all of our water shit. So I can't do that again. They never found out who did that shit, but yeah, I can't do that again. I was lucky to get away with it the first time. Distracted, need a tall oscillating fan in front of the air conditioner to blow it around. That's what I do. I got like 7 fans in this small apartment. Yeah, Jagular. Yep, you're right. Yeah, Trump's not speaking today. What's up, Freedom First? Happy Freedom. What's up, Diggler? Happy Freedom to you. T for sleep in trees. They sleep in bushes in the alley. Distracted. It's so gonna be damn hot until the end of the month. That's what they just said on the news. Yeah. Well, maybe after we get done with the live, I'll go jump in the lake. Ace, a bucket of ice and a fan. I had a little tray of ice cubes, but they didn't make it through me putting the schedule together. Vinny C, I think Trump likes surprising people. I do too. What's up, Ava? Happy Freedom. She had an allergic reaction. Christy is okay. Is there a follow-up on that, Ava? Because we went and looked it up. We saw that Christy Nome had an allergic reaction and went to the hospital, but we never heard anything else from it. Daniel, going to jump in the river. Where would you need a Kentucky nut cooler? Is she pretty? I've never heard of that before. I'm almost due for ice pack change. Russell, you need a homemade swamp cooler with dry ice. I don't even know where to get dry ice. I saw Edward put some crazy contraption on Hooligans Alley. I need to watch the video. Guess I typed in Antifa and it took me to Grindr. Well, yeah, that's how it goes. Snooks, I cannot read that out loud. Oh my god. What's up, Space Baby? Happy Freedom. Metal Mouth, lack of caffeine's the problem. That's right, Metal Mouth. That's right. Roy sure is quiet about the Minnesota killer assassin. We covered it, and there's like follow-up videos, but they're not really providing more details. They're kind of just repeating stuff that everybody already knows. It's because he's connected to Tim Walz, and they don't want to have to admit that. And so they're just like, by the way, do you see he was white? And saying stuff like that. What's up, Drew? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Glamour? Happy Freedom to you. Yeah, Troutman, I got to figure out where to get some dry ice. Yeah, Rolling Pony, that's what I'm going to end up doing. Oh, of course, Glamour. You were running pretty long today, Glamour. You just get done running that live? Guess go to the morgue and snuggle up to a corpse. I'd rather not. Holy. Not that desperate, guess come on, man. That's cool, Glamour. I'm glad you had a kick-ass stream. I kept stopping in. I saw you on Twitch, too. Of course, I can't hit the like button on Twitch. Either way, we're going to move forward here. Like I said, Homeland Security reverses decision on farming hotel industry ICE raids. This is a follow-up to yesterday's video where they said they were going to start prioritizing New York, Chicago, and Los Angeles, but they were saying they were going to stop these restaurant raids and stuff. But in this 24-hour time, they have changed their mind. Hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube, and let's get into this.
Not long after the Trump administration paused raids on hotel, farm, and restaurant workers, federal officials switching course now. Agents targeting these workplaces for immigration sweeps following new orders from DHS. Now, at the same time, ICE is launching a massive expansion of detention space, adding more than 10,000 new beds nationwide to hold migrants as President Trump pushes for what he's calling the largest deportation drive in history. News Nation's Jorge Ventura is live in Texas. Jorge, what is behind all of this back and forth?
Well, Kelly, that first announcement by President Trump when it comes to pausing those ICE raids for certain industries was a certain surprise to some of his supporters. Now, President Trump says that he originally set that pause for ICE raids for certain industries like farms, restaurants, and hotels across the country because the president was expressing concern on how these ICE raids and just how aggressive these enforcements were being carried out could impact those workforces across the country. Now, President Trump is reportedly walking back that decision and reversing the recently formulated plan. According to the Washington Post, the Department of Homeland Security announced the return of raids to such workers in a call with ICE leadership. Just last week, President Trump said that business owners in farming and hospitality were warning that immigration raids were taking away longtime workers. He hinted changes to enforcement, and now everything has shifted. Even some of Trump's biggest supporters were surprised by the original announcement to pause raids for certain industries. Meriwether Farms from Wyoming, the owner's Trump supporters took to X to say, quote, "Just wanted to reiterate, we only hire U.S. citizens on our farm and our meat packing plant." Also adding, quote, "Most small operations like ours rely on family members, hire locals, or on the rare occasions use legal and seasonal visa programs. The recent order released by the Department of Homeland Security regarding ICE raids will only benefit big packers and big agriculture who exploit illegal labor." Now, Trump's decision to reverse his original formulated plan, Kelly, does come as a White House Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller has pressured ICE leadership to make at least 3,000 arrests per day when it comes to migrants here in the country illegally to speed up that deportation process. But part of that problem now is ICE has to get that additional detention beds to keep up with the pace of 3,000 daily arrests now, Kelly.
Yeah, and I wanted to ask you, how is ICE moving quickly to add those 10,000 new beds? Where is that happening exactly at this hour?
So that expansion is already underway in key cities and states across the country. But right now, we're already seeing it in New Jersey, California, and also here in Texas. What ICE says they're doing is they're actually reopening shuttered prisons to open up that detention space. They say that's a much faster process than to basically just rebuild a whole new detention facility for migrants. So ICE has already started to reopen these shuttered prisons. You're just looking at the map there. We're also including Kansas now. What ICE is doing is they're going to fast track 10,000 new detention beds across the country through competitive bidding contracts. Many actually are rewarded without that competitive bidding. Now, competitive bidding is that standard process where multiple companies submit proposals for a government contract. But in this case, ICE says that it is urgent and now needs to bypass that process, awarding no bid contracts directly to private prison firms like CoreCivic and the GCO group under emergency rules meant to move fast. Now, this push for more beds was part of a plan from the start. Back in December of 2024, Tom Homan, now Trump's declared border czar, said that the administration would need at least 100,000 detention beds, a major increase in ICE agents to carry out the President Trump's immigration crackdown. Now, this new deal with these companies is worth at least over $4 million a month for CoreCivic, a company running the site. Now, immigration enforcement officials say that reopening these facilities is faster than building new ones. This will allow ICE to ramp up their detention bed network, Kelly. Like I mentioned before, Stephen Miller continued to pressure ICE to make at least 3,000 daily arrests to speed up those deportation numbers, Kelly.
Yeah, and the big, beautiful bill playing into all of this as well. Jorge, thank you very much.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and down.
Okay, keeping these mass deportations rolling. Let's get this taken care of here. I don't know, like I was saying yesterday, it didn't make sense that they were going to stop raiding these restaurants and, these social places, because that's where they're finding these illegals. And like we've covered it so many times, they go into a restaurant, their entire staff gets walked out of the door because they're not able to provide paperwork proving that they're legally there, and then the store owner gets an interview with the news claiming about how sad they are because it's Friday night, they can't do the fish fry now because their entire staff was illegal and DHS just picked them up. But they don't get arrested, they don't get in trouble for employing illegals, and so it almost seems like they allow the employers to remain. That way they'll hire more illegals and they'll get raided again and pick up more illegals. And I'm like, if that's what's happening, why would we stop raiding the restaurants? It didn't make sense yesterday. Well, apparently they're not. They're going to continue doing this. It seems the only change is that they're going to prioritize Los Angeles, New York, and Chicago, which we already know that they're prioritizing Los Angeles. That's why those people over there are rioting and whatever, which they haven't really done that yet this week, but that's what they were doing all last week. Either way, next up we got this representative. I can't ever remember how to say his last name. It's Alex Padilla or Padilla. I don't know how you say his name. Alex somebody fake cries while explaining how law enforcement protected DHS Secretary Kristi Noem from a no-name senator interrupting her press conference. Now, I think it was last week we covered him getting that takedown. And then he went out there and gave a sad speech to the public, and now the takedown is his whole identity. Well, everybody forgot about it. So he's back to remind everyone that he got that takedown, and you should feel really bad, and all of this, that, and the other. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat. See what you hooligans think about ICE continuing to do these raids at restaurants and farms and places like that, on top of prioritizing raiding Chicago, Los Angeles, and New York. What is going on here? There we go. Russell, make those fish fries great again. Yeah, I don't know if they do that everywhere here in the country, but fish fries are a big thing here in West Michigan. Almost all like dinner restaurants, they all do fish fries on Friday. Jay Spray, it needs to be 3,000 arrests per state a day. Yeah. Well, they're doing, I can't remember what they said. I want to say it is 3,000 a day, but it's just 3,000 total, not 3,000 per state. But yeah, we're never going to hit Obama's numbers with the way things are going. So I don't know, but something needs to happen to increase these numbers. We'll never get these 25 million illegals out of the country. Silverwolf, I don't know why you get kicked from the site. I've never experienced that, so it makes it really hard for me to try and fix it. Thank you so much, Get Some, for that $5 donation over on Rumble. Really appreciate you, Get Some. Thank you so much. It says, KY Jelly Fun, rub it all over your body. It cools you off. No, Get Some. Come on, man. I thought that was what the Diable sauce was for. Appreciate you, Get Some. Thank you. Neon, he was mayor of Los Angeles during the lockdowns. Padilla is cartel. He's trying to keep from combing necktie. Yeah. I assume so. He's crying hard. Like I said, it's coming up next. It reminds me of the certification process on January 6th when they were all going up there and they were like, I called my children for what I thought was going to be the last time. He's up there talking like that. It's so stupid. Democrats doing what Democrats do. My feed, Obama was getting out 35,000 a day. Yeah, I believe it. What is Obama's numbers? I always want to say it's 8 million. Let me see. It says in 2012 alone, he had deported 400,000 illegals. And he removed 3 million non-citizens across his 2 terms. So, yeah. The numbers need to increase or we're not even going to hit Obama numbers. Metalmouth, if you can't read, speak, or write English, you shouldn't be allowed to work. Well, our youth can barely read, write, and do math. But I hear you. You have to be able to contribute to society or, well, how are you going to join us? Stoner, dear Trump, please deport Omar for the brotherfuckery and immigration fraud. That's right, Stoner. That's right. We're voting for Stoner. What's up, Dusto? Happy freedom to you. Space Baby, I'm curious how much AI is being used right now among the Iran issue. I've been wondering that too, Space Baby, because I've seen like 40 different videos of them being bombed and shit, but a lot of times it looks like AI. What's up, Dustin? Happy freedom to you. DCat, order some Omaha steak. It will come with dry ice, just saying. Well, I'm going to have to check that out. So I look like a greasy goblin right now, and I can't stand it. Meta, California City. Never heard of a city named that here. Must be information not known. California City? I didn't hear them say that. And I don't know what California City is. It's in California. And Kern County. Yeah, I don't know. California. I didn't know that was a thing. It's like New York. What's up, Niles Punk? Happy freedom. Niles Punk, I've seen a Terminator movie recently with Arnold looking young as ever. I think that might be AI. Yeah, it's got to be, because we just showed Arnold Schwarzenegger like at the beginning of the live, somewhere near the beginning. Killer J, they're going to be at a detention center in Baldwin. I didn't know there was a detention center in Baldwin. Interesting. I wonder how many illegals we have on this side of Michigan. I feel like I don't ever see that many illegals. We have a lot of migrant workers, but they're not the same thing. What's up, Nunya? Happy freedom. Nunya grew up in Livingston County, Michigan on Portage Lake. This 108-degree Arizona feels like Pekini, Michigan when it's 70 with 100% humidity. Yeah, I don't know what it is today. I think it's 85 outside and we got high humidity. It's like 92 here in the house. It's killing me. What's up, Teasel? Happy freedom. What's up, Alex King? Happy freedom to you. You need a 10,000 BTU, not a 5,000 BTU. Yeah, Alex King, that's the problem. In the standing AC I got, they lied about the numbers on it. What's up, Jay? Happy freedom. I'll check it out, Jay. Thank you for letting me know. Harmony, the immigrants in Denver are not very nice at all. That's how it goes, Harmony. That's just the way the illegals are. When they get everything, for free, why would they act like anything other than a spoiled brat? What's up, TYR? Happy freedom. I'm doing all right other than melting on the TV. How are you doing, TYR? MAGA47, have you been to the .org Antifa page? No, I haven't. But what if you went to antifa.gov? Where does that take you? What's up, MPC? Happy freedom. 1 million have self-deported. Yeah. Yep, it's a good start. 24 million to go. Booty Duty Nick, seems like there should be laws against hiring illegals. I mean, work visas for sure, but what do I know? Yeah, it is illegal. I mean, but, somebody has to enforce the law for it to matter. That's what I love. They're like, oh, we have problems. Let's pass more laws. Like, no, we have problems because nobody enforces the laws we already have. Passing more laws isn't going to get the job done. What's up, Stacy? Happy freedom. What's up, Salty Sergeant? Happy freedom to you. Use insulation board on the inside of the window. Then camo the rig by putting your standing AC vent in the window. Then hook up your window AC to the standing AC vent in the window. Yeah, I think that's what Edward put together. Edward put a video together for me to watch. I'm going to work something out after the live because I don't want to sit here and have to go through another humid ass live like I'm dealing with right now. What's up, Duber? Happy freedom. What's up, Mana? Happy freedom to you. Daniel, they hold him in Battle Creek too. I didn't know there was a detention center there. We don't end up in the news very often, like Michigan doesn't, not when it comes to border crossers. Vinny C, it's humid. It's very humid here in southern Ontario. Pretty much the same weather as Michigan. Yeah, Vinny C. It's just on the other side of Windsor, isn't it? So you're like within 6 hours of me. PDX, Iran said tonight something big is going to happen, something the world will remember forever. Well, technically they said for centuries, but yeah, PDX, we were talking about that earlier too. Guess put icy hot on your balls, rest of the body will feel cool. I can't, I'm already sitting on an ice pack. I'm not going to apply icy hot. My luck, it would just be the hot. I wouldn't even get the icy. What's up, keep it salty. Happy freedom to you. What's up, Hooligans Island? Happy freedom to you. Alright, Hooligans, we're moving forward here. Like I said, this next one we got Nice little Democrat politician crying on TV. This is Alex Padilla fake cries while explaining how law enforcement protected DHS Secretary Kristi Noem for a no-name senator interrupting her press conference. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you hooligans, if you hooligans have children in your life, I want you to check out this new book titled The Big Beaver Protest. It's the second book in the Orange Eagle series, and it was written by the same author that created A Dog Named Cappy. Also, if you're feeling creative, try MAGA Memes. It's a coloring book for deplorables. If you hooligans do purchase these books, please make sure to leave reviews on Amazon and also follow them on X as a way to stay up to date with the new books coming out and to help them grow. So give me a second here. I'm going to drop these links really quick and we're going to move forward with the news. This one is for the MAGA Memes. Like I said, a coloring book for deplorables. There's some hooligans that have already ordered these books and I'm hearing good things about it. If I could remember to take my ass to the post office, I will have these books to show off. So I'm going to do my best tomorrow to go to the post office so I can show you guys these books in person, I guess. Right here in front of me. Plus, on Friday for free speech, no, not free speech, Saturday for our voice chat is what I'm trying to say. I'm going to read The Big Beautiful Beaver Protest. So keep that in mind. If you get yourself a paid membership on jeffmaclive.com, you can have story hour with us, and I'll read the book to you like a bunch of kindergartners. It's always a good time. So I just posted the Big Beaver Protest book, and this is the last link here. Go follow Lee Linda, the author of the book, over on X, like I said, to keep up to date and to help them grow. My brain is cooking. All right, hooligans, there you go. Go click the links. Do the thing. Like I said, getting into this next video here. Oh, Alex Padilla. He's crying hard. Real hard. Hit that like button if you haven't already. And let's get into this.
I was forced to the ground. First on my knees. And then flat on my chest. And as I was handcuffed and marched down a hallway, repeatedly asking, why am I being detained? Not once did they tell me why. I pray you never have a moment like this. But I will tell you, in that moment, a lot of questions came to my mind. First of all, where are they taking me? Because I know I'm not just being escorted out of the building. Am I being arrested here? And what will a city already on edge from being militarized think when they see their United States senator being handcuffed just for trying to ask a question?
He'll be all right. Don't you worry. He'll be okay. I know he's crying really hard, crying for his mammy, and that's okay. We got more coming up in the same tone. This next one's chaotic. Scene erupts when New York City mayoral candidate Brad Lander gets hauled away by ICE agents. More Dems being arrested as they believe they are above the law. Now, before we get into this, which this one's a doubly, because first we got him being arrested, then we got his wife crying on his behalf. We're going to play those back to back, but first we're going to hop in the chat. We're going to see what you hooligans think about Alex Padilla, and I'm going to call him that until I get corrected. Him crying. Week two, keeping it going. Got to keep crying about him being arrested after lunging at Kristi Noem during the briefing there. Hair juicer biofreeze. I will check it out. Thank you for letting me know, hair juicer. Silver Wolf, he's a senator. He thinks he can break the law. Yep. Those politicians, they're kind of finding out. But in the same tone, they're getting what they want, right? They're causing these scenes knowing that they should be arrested because of what they're doing. Then they get arrested. Then they go out there and cry and say, look what Trump's administration is doing. They're arresting Democrats for the sake of arresting Democrats. He's arresting his opposition. as if they didn't intentionally go out there and behave in a manner that would result in an arrest, right? And that's kind of the theme that's going on. It's good that they're being arrested because they don't deserve special treatment. What kills me is the outrage when they're like, can you believe that they would go out there and arrest a politician? They brought him down on his face and they held his arms behind his back. Yeah, bitch. That's how we get arrested every time we step out of line. It's about time that you guys started getting arrested the way that we do. So that's why, like, I can't understand the outrage. Don't come crying to us, because we get treated like this every day. They're used to that special treatment to such a degree that they think they can cry to us as if we would sympathize with them when we get treated like shit by law enforcement if we step out of line. That's supposed to be the normal response. But they're used to that soft-handed treatment. Either way, reading through, Matt Rogers, he was coming at her aggressively and security did their job. Absolutely. Absolutely. Guess first question, how deep will they go? You gotta ask his prostate. Guess exactly. Hot as balls. That's Cat Daniels right now. That's almost the same formation he's in. He is tuckered out. Keep it salty for real. What about the J6ers? Fuck you. That's right. That's right. What's up, Deb? Happy Freedom. Crick Kiss. Yep. It's all for show. It is. It is. It's a big poor me campaign. DCAT, the Democratic Party wants to destroy the American way of life and law and order. We've seen it since Obama was in office. It's true. Neon Love Machine, it's a stunt. Yep, it is. We got another one coming up. Keep it salty, cry more, bitch. Yep. Pumpkin, oh, he's so sad. What a jerk. It's the poor me campaign. Elder Zoomer, is he crying? It's fake crying. I don't think he's got real tears rolling, nothing like that. Punkylicious, my chat froze 30 minutes ago. I'm like, where did everybody go? Yeah, sometimes that happens to me. I'm like, you guys you're not writing me. And then I'll reset it and it's like a whole list of shit that I haven't read. I gotta play it off like I'm meant to do that. Hooligans Island, a big show for dough. That's all they do. Kelly R, drama queen, give him an Oscar. It's quite the performance. Meta, try freezing hand towels. Yeah, that's kind of what this was, but now it's not. It was. Tomorrow I'll be better prepared. Important stuff going on. Not really. What's your name? Syfy, happy freedom to you. You don't like the keyboard? Normally people like the mechanical click clacking on the keyboard. A little ASMR. If only you knew I was typing with my wiener. What's up, Motorsports? Happy freedom to you. New here, but it's treason. That's right. That's right. You're in the right place, buddy. What's up, NA? Happy freedom to you. Reminds me of Jimmy Swaggart. I have sinned. I do not know what that is, but I'm going to look it up after the live. MA will put it on Coffee with Hooligans tomorrow. Watchmen, yeah, cuff them. Like I said, we got another one coming up. The only thing is they're not taking them to jail. If they had to sit in jail, they'd worry more about these publicity stunts that they're doing, but they get arrested and then they get off the hook. MAGA 47, we voted to deport them. The raid should continue. Absolutely. What's up, Jeffro? Happy Freedom. Jeffro, think it's a safe zone and farmers will help them by saying that they work there. Yeah. But ICE has been taking this stuff pretty serious. When they go into these workplaces, which isn't the same thing as going on somebody's farm, but they pretty much, I mean, it's like raiding a cell, right? Everybody lines up against the wall. Everybody's being interviewed. They're looking through camera footage. They're looking at time clocks. They're trying to figure out everybody's W-2s. Like, they're being pretty thorough about all of this. I don't know if farmers would be able to stand in the way. If DHS shows up and they got warrants to search your property, there ain't a whole lot you could do about it. They're federal agents. So, you know, if Farmer John comes walking up and he's like, hey, don't be harassing my workers, blah, blah, blah. Farmer John might get put on his head and get his dog shot by the ATF. I mean, you never know. So it kind of depends. But there definitely will be people out there defending these illegals, because we've seen it with schools and we've seen it with these restaurants, these restaurant owners. They come out and they cry on TV and they talk about how they're just poor illegals and President Trump's a mean orange man for kicking them out of the country that they broke into. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't. I mean, you know, I say it all the time. Like, if if a stranger walks into your house, you're just not okay with that. And even if you were okay with that, if they started burning your shit and taking a shit on your floor and demanding more of what you're already giving them, you wouldn't be okay with that. Nobody would be, whether you're a Democrat or not. And that's what doesn't make sense about the whole deportation thing and people being mad. You wouldn't let these strangers in your house. Why would we let these strangers in our country? Because they get rights. And that was a hard pill we had to swallow. Is illegals gain American rights by just standing on our soil. They do not have to become citizens to get the same rights that we have, which is bullshit. It shouldn't be that way. But because of the way our Constitution is worded and the way the Democrats are interpreting that wording, illegals have rights in our country just by standing here, which means we need to protect our border and take that border more serious, because if a stranger can come into the country and be treated like an American citizen, then we should not let strangers into our country. That's how it goes. You know, they shouldn't be able to benefit the same way we are, because what's the point of being a legal citizen if you get treated the same way by breaking into the country, right? So these raids and these deportations should be taken serious, and keeping our border safe should be a high priority if people are just granted rights just by standing on the soil, you know? But the thing is all of us are stupid to a certain degree, because school doesn't teach us what we need to know. That's why we weren't taught taxes and shit like that. And so we don't realize how serious this stuff is until a tragedy like 25 million illegals invading the country happens. And then we have to go out here and start learning this shit. And then we're like, oh, wait, 25 million strangers just got the same rights that we have. Almost. It's not complete, but a lot of the same rights just because they step foot on the soil. And now that we know this, we can't do anything about it. Democrats are all worried about due process and bullshit. We are struggling to get these people out of the country, and we probably will not be able to before President Trump, his term is up. So we got ourselves in a real big problem here, because our school system doesn't educate us enough on how government works and all of that. And these politicians take advantage of that shit. We end up more outraged over publicity stunts that celebrities do than what our politicians are doing, just because we don't fully understand what's happening around us, which is bullshit. Anyways, that's my TED Talk for the day. Reading through a little bit more, and like I said, we got chaotic scene erupts when New York City mayoral candidate Brad Lander gets hauled away by ICE agents. It is pretty humorous. Jay Spray, Alex Jones said over 20 years ago that they want us a police state. Yeah. It's going to sneak up and bite us. What is all this bullshit here? I think my computer's trying to reset from updates. It's not a good time. It's not a good time. Let's not do a reset right this second. Space Baby, if you fucketh around, thou shall findeth out. That's right. We need to put that on a t-shirt. Glamour proof. Proof of what? What's up, Silverhawk? Happy Freedom? We're getting through it. We're like 2/3 of the way through the live right now. Sweat my face off. What's up, Rad? Happy Freedom? Steve S., the Bible tells us how it all ends. It does. Booty Doo Nick. Just think the Ukraine and Israel are conflicts over border infractions. Yeah. Yep, exactly. And everybody cares when it happens there, but people don't care when it happens here. What's up, God Rides a Harley? Happy Freedom. Homan was on Crowder today. That's cool. I'll see if I can get a clip for that. Let me set a reminder really quick. We'll play it tomorrow. Alright, hooligans, let's move forward to these crybabies here. Like I said, chaotic scene erupts when New York City mayoral candidate Brad Lander gets hauled away by ICE agents. More publicity stunts, but it's still nice watching these guys get arrested. Alright, hooligans, hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube, and let's get into this.
Guys, back up, guys. Back up. I understand. You're pregnant, but I need you to back up. If you're interfering with this arrest, we're going to arrest. Back up, guys. Keep going. Back up, guys.
This is not legal to take someone without a judicial warrant.
Please don't put him in the elevator and then claim you have the warrant.
You don't have a warrant for him.
I will let go when you show me the judicial warrant. Where is it?
Where is the warrant? I have it in my hand here. So show it. Let us see it. So let us see it before you take his warrant.
Excuse me, please stay back. No! Take it right back. Take it right back. Step back. Please, step back. Step back, guys. Step back.
U.S. citizens. Sir, you don't have the authority to arrest U.S. citizens. Please stay back. You don't have. I'm not obstructing. I'm standing right here in the hallway. I have to see the judicial warrant.
You're arresting the
Please step back,
for a judicial warrant.
Step back, guys. You can take pictures, but please stay back.
To arrest U.S. citizens, asking for a judicial warrant. Stay back, please. Stay back, please.
Press, we go too. Sorry. No way. I'm safe. Where are you taking him? Hello?
Since you have no authority to arrest U.S. citizens.
Where are you taking the controller?
And with what authority?
Why are you arresting the city controller and where are you taking him? No!
Number one's gonna go with him, all right? Hang on, please, number one. Hold on. Brett.
Okay. Get this off the screen. So like I said, we're going to play a doubly here. That was Brad Lander being arrested while he was obstructing. They were there to arrest an illegal. He was there locked arms with other people, preventing ICE from arresting the illegal. Therefore, he is obstructing justice, which obviously is an arrestable offense. If I could get this bitch to stop talking long enough for me to set this up. Anyways, like I said, this is a doubly. This is Brad Lander's wife. Speaks after his office says that he was detained by ICE. More crying coming in. Make sure you hit that like button and let's get this rolling.
I am Brad's wife. I joined him today because this is the third time that he has done court watching here. And I have been moved and horrified and found his stories very compelling and wanted to be here with him to witness for myself. What I saw was shocking and unacceptable and not in accordance. I am an attorney. I haven't practiced law in a while, but I sure know that what I saw today was not the rule of law. That was not due process. I know, and the way people are being treated is absolutely unacceptable. What I saw happen repeatedly there, and what I understand from other stories is continued to happen, is that these folks have pending asylum cases. They are told your case is dismissed. That sounds like good news. It is not good news. What that means is that you are subject to immediate removal upon you leave the courthouse, the courtroom, and the ICE agents are lining the hallway. And that is not explained to people. The people I watched were told that they had a right to appeal, that they had a month in which to do so. They were given a date. They're told by July something you have to appeal. That's what their understanding is. And in some cases, the translation was on Zoom. In another case, I am not sure that the translation was offered in the person's original language. And in any case, the folks did not understand their rights.
That's okay. Now, in certain cases, they read you your Miranda rights. What I've experienced before is where they don't read you your Miranda rights. They ask you if you can read, and you say yes, and they just slide you a piece of paper that has your Miranda rights on it, and you just sign it. And they don't read them to you anymore. It just literally has to be posted. They go, can you read? You say yes. They point. They go, okay, you've been read your rights. That's it. They don't actually care if you've been read your rights. And a lot of times when you go to court, if you get arrested, you get in trouble, they take advantage of the fact that you were unaware of all of your rights and stuff. But man, when it comes to illegals breaking in the country, we got to make sure we give them baby steps every single step of the way, hold their hand through the whole process and everything. You would think these people were like kings and queens and shit, the way they get special treatment. It just does not make sense. Either way, that is the last little bit of the news, and we're going to get into the fun stuff. We're going to open today's door of the advent calendar sent to us by Zero. We got 2 funny videos of the day. First one was provided by Donnie. It's titled Talk to Me in Your Sexy Voice. And our official funny video of the day was provided by Stoner, and it's titled The Chat All Last Week. All of that's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about, what is his name? Brad Lander being arrested and his wife going out there and squawking on his behalf. Silver Wolf, I hate Zoom for court. They need to stop Zoom. I do not think it's constitutionally correct to use Zoom. It's been that way for a long time. Even before COVID, they were doing the Zoom calls and stuff. I don't know if I guess they do conduct court like that. I've only had preliminary hearings done over Zoom calls. The rest of the time I've been in an actual courtroom. I don't want them to change that until after the deportations, though, because the Zoom calls are very convenient. And so if we got 100,000 illegals in a detention center, instead of waiting for 100,000 court dates, they could just run a Zoom call and it'd give everybody 5 minutes, do their due process, and then, get them deported. Guess dismissed means you are not legal and gotta go. Yeah, and that's what I think is funny is she went out there and explained why illegals are being arrested and then was mad about it. Like, that's how it goes, lady. Russell, take him to the dump. Take out the trash. That's right. I was wondering if they're going to try and pick him up. They'll grab you by your arms and your legs and carry you out horizontally. Guess you don't need a warrant if a crime is being committed, you dumb fucks. Yeah. Yeah, he's obstructing justice and then doesn't understand why he's being arrested. Stoner, if I went to Japan and I didn't know Japanese, I wouldn't expect them to babysit me. Yeah, only in America. Half the stuff I can't read out loud. You guys didn't tell me. Bam, there you are on the screen. You should have told me to put the chat on the screen. 2 hours. 2 hours you guys had the opportunity to tell me, Jeff, you ain't got the chat on the screen, you dumb fucker. You missed your opportunity. Holy. What's up, A-Crow? Happy freedom to you. Dusto, emotional spewage. That's right. A-Crow, take her to Iran, too. Just deport them all. Everybody's getting deported. 100% tariffs on the Democrats. Keep it salty. I can't remember. I want to say I tried to be on... what is it called? Red Pilled or whatever? Pilled.com. But I think you have to apply to be a live streamer. Or it used to be that way. So I remember there was some reason why we didn't go over there. But I haven't tried in a long time. So I will give it another try and maybe we can make it over to that site as well. Thank you for reminding me. Keep it salty. Space Baby, another publicity stunt. He knew. Yeah, he absolutely knew. I mean, he was sitting there locked arms, with the people, his comrades on the side of him. He knew that what he was doing was going to get him arrested. So him and his wife can go out there and cry really hard about him being arrested. It's the Democrat way. Deb, you may not be able to read my stuff on air, but it's 100% true and correct. Well, it could be. I wasn't necessarily talking about you as other racist comments, but yeah, I wasn't saying it wasn't true or correct. I'm trying to protect myself from Twitch and YouTube's goofy-ass community guidelines. Yeah, Kevin, my ice pack isn't an ice pack anymore. I'm going to have to swap out here in a second, I think. Thanks, Guessam. Thanks for reminding me to put the chat on the screen. Well, thank you, Meta. I appreciate all the ideas. I'll be better prepared tomorrow. Killer J, I'm sorry, but we've been arresting people like that in the United States longer than I've been alive. Yeah. Yeah, and that's why I don't get when they come out here and they're like, did you see how I was arrested? And they put me on the ground and this, that, and the other and blah, blah. That's how all of us get arrested. Welcome to the club, buddy. Guess who? Any update on Gnome? You know what? Let's take a gander. Because she's got to be out of the hospital by now, I would think. They're going to say it was all fake. She went out back and shot a dog. Why don't they don't ever post anything on her page? If you want to know what's going on with Christy Nome, you have to go everywhere except for where she is. I didn't know they were calling her Ice Barbie. That's interesting. Daily Mail, Ice Barbie Christy Nome rushed to the hospital. I didn't know that she was the Ice Barbie. It doesn't seem like there's an update. At least nothing I'm seeing popping up. All these things are just saying Ice Barbie went to the hospital over an allergic reaction. Apparently someone handed her a copy of the U.S. Constitution. What the fuck does that have to do with her going to the hospital? The media is such trash. I'm not seeing anything. I'd have to keep digging, and I don't want to take too much time to do that. What's up, B-Zig? Happy freedom. I'm sure Chrissy Nome is fine. They said she was alert and all of that when she got to the hospital, and they just went to the hospital for precaution. Jeff Reynolds, happy freedom. Yeah, it was an allergic reaction. What's up, Gina? Happy freedom. What's up, Two Wheels? Happy freedom to you. Christy Gnome had an allergic reaction, but from what I could tell, it's not that big of a deal. They just went there just to be cautious. What's up, Free Bird? Happy freedom. What's up, Cheeky Chops? What's up, Possum Lady? Happy freedom to you. Harmony, at least it was a peaceful protest. What's up, Jersey Jet? Crying in the dark. Happy freedom to you. Clinton made it law in 96 that illegals do not due process. Well, they need to enforce that. LJ, happy freedom. There's a matter of FAFO. He's in the FO stage. Yep. It's all publicity stunt, though. You know, we're not hearing that he's facing jail time or anything like that. What's up, Heidi? Heidi, happy freedom. What's up, EFO? Happy freedom to you. Everybody shows up while I'm sweating and looking like shit. Hair juicer, I hate cramps. You're not on your period, are you, hair juicer? Silver Wolf, you beat me to it. Damn. Hair juicer's gonna smoke us all. Tech support, happy freedom. She got poisoned for opposing nuclear intel. No, don't say that. I don't think that's what happened. It could be. You never know. You never know. But hopefully that's not what happened. Keep it salty. No shellfish means no shellfish. What's up, Zero? Happy freedom. All right, hooligans. Like I said, we're going to get into the fun stuff. We're going to be opening today's door of the Advent calendar sent to us by Zero. And we got 2 funny videos of the day coming up. But before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, if you would like to support the live to keep us running, you're welcome to use the links in the description in order to send donations. You can do that by using PayPal, Cash App, Stripe, Zelle, Venmo, Locals, Buy Me a Coffee, or you can even send crypto. Let's see what we get today. Ooh, it's so hot. Today's door of the Advent calendar sent by Zero. Now everybody's gonna be talking shit about my Pokemon stuff, but I don't give a shit. I'm so excited to see what we get. I think we got another booster pack today. We did. Another 3-card pack here. Let's see what we got. Oh, God. Alright, let's see what we get real quick, like. Got a place to stash this, yes. Cat Dan, is you waking up from your nap, buddy? What time is it's almost 8 o'clock. About Fancy Feast time. He's like, yeah, better get up now. This Fancy Feast is about due. Alright, let's see what we got. Oh, we did get a foil this time. First of 3 right here. Of course, my damn camera will not focus. Focus, camera. You're an asshole, camera. Either way, there's the first card we got. Then we got the Wreck Rolf. I don't know why my camera will not focus. You piece of shit. Then this is our foil right here. I can't say his damn name. Bahim. Something like that. He's not Muslim though, I swear. Either way. Thank you so much, Zero. I really appreciate it. Gotta sleeve these guys real quick. Have to do that after the live. Holy, here, Klaus Daniels. This is the toy. Oh, thank you so much, Zero. Really appreciate you. Let's get into these funny videos here. Like I said, this first one was provided by Donnie. Let's get this pulled up. What the Frederick Meyer Garden? Yes. No, I remember. Alright, hooligans. Like I said, this first one was provided by Donnie. It's titled, Talk to Me in Your Sexy Voice.
The journey is usually the part that you remember anyways.
Holy! Alright, getting into our official funny video of the day. That's some sexy talk if I've ever heard it. Now this one was provided by Stoner. This is titled The Chat All Last Week. Yep. Well, hooligans, that is all the coffee I had for you guys today. I'm gonna grab this Linktree link really quick. We're gonna drop it in the chats and we're gonna read through. We got the Pledge of Allegiance coming up, and then we are gonna be wrapping things up. I will keep an eye out for protests. I'll check really quick to see if anything is going on, but so far there hasn't been a lot happening this week. The protests just magically started taking a break. Either way, we will check on things, and if there is no protest today, well, that's okay. We will still be live tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. I'm going to try to be closer to being on time. It's just every day there's so much shit I got to do that next thing you know, it's like 5 o'clock. Anyways, let me check to see if there's protests really quick while you guys check out that Linktree link. See what I see. Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot of going on. Nope. Anyways, there is the Linktree link where all of my links are listed. So if you'd like to make donations, join membership programs, or purchase any merch, really appreciate it. All of your guys' contributions keep us running every day except for Sunday, because we got to have a day to recharge those batteries. Definitely go join Discord. Discord is our free hooligan community. It's the best way to be notified every single time we go live. The hooligans are there keeping the conversation going 24/7, and we have 2 news boards to keep you up to date with everything going on around the world. So definitely go join Discord. If you're feeling real saucy, go join jeffmaclive.com. Over on the website, it is the best way to experience the live. Our built-in chat has more ability than any other platform. You can post memes and GIFs and custom emojis and links and all kinds of stuff right there while watching the live. You will also have access to Hooligans Alley, which is our private social media area. You'll have access to the forums, the arcade, and our advanced messaging system with the built-in group chats. So definitely go get yourself a membership for jeffmaclive.com. It's the home of the hooligans. Like I said, we're going to read through them. We got the Pledge of Allegiance coming up. Zero, yeah, we're going to be doing a raid. Russell, I'm saucy. You too saucy, Russell. Jay Spray, the only one that was actually funny on Seinfeld? Kramer? Yeah. Silver Wolf, Hannah Montana. Was she Hannah Montana? I can't remember now. I can't remember what her other name is. I keep thinking of her voice and the dog's face with his bulging eyes. Guess some had a big lunch, had to go do process. Holy guess some. Thank you for sharing with us. Hair juicer, you're welding? Well, when you said you were sick, I thought you meant you were staying home. I didn't know you were at work. They don't pay you enough, hair juicer. Miley Cyrus, yeah, so Wolf. I could not remember her name for a second there. Thank you so much, Patriot Dad, for that $1 donation over on Rumble. Really appreciate you, Patriot Dad. Thank you so much. It says, Happy Freedom Hooligans. Get Juneteenth off the gov. What does it say? Off on the gov, your tax money at work while I get paid to be off. It's kind of bullshit. I agree. Thank you, Patriot Dad. I appreciate you. Hooligans Island. R. Kelly was overdosed. Compliments of Diddy. He was Diddy dosed. It's hard to recover from that. Kelly R. Yeah, I got a Gatorade. I got a Gatorade and a water and an orange juice sitting over here. I just look like shit. I'm sorry. There ain't much I could do about it. It's how God made me. Free the Texan, you posted it? What? Let me see, because I want to make sure everybody gets credit. Sometimes you guys post the same videos, though. Why am I doing this the hard way? It's the only way I learn, I guess. The Kramer video was posted by Stoner. And the Sexy Talk video was posted. Look, I'll show you. I'm not making it up. I'll show you. I'll show you the magician's tricks. Okay, this is the Kramer video posted by Stoner. And then we're going to pull up the Sexy Voice video. And it's going to take a million years. and it was posted by Donnie. I'm not lying. I'm not lying. You guys must have posted doublies. Silverwolf, Snooks will take you as you are. I know, Silverwolf. Thank you. Thank you, Silverwolf. Sorry, Free Thinking Texan. Hey, I appreciate you being with us, MU. Thank you, Pumpkin. You're the bestest. Keep it salty. Where are you rating? We're going to check here in a second. Thank you, Rappy. Appreciate you being here. What's up, TG? Happy Freedom. TJ, RFK Jr. just fired every single member of the CDC vaccine. Oh, we covered that last week, TJ. You're kind of late, buddy. Yeah, it was like the week before last, he wiped the CDC board. Last week, he reinstated a new board for the CDC that's based off common sense and fact-based science and stuff like that. We covered that last week, though. But it is good news for sure. Hey, thank you for being here, Punky. You guys on Rumble, don't leave yet because we're going to do a raid. Meta, are the foil Pokemon cards rare? I mean, it kind of depends on the collector and depends on who you ask. But to me, all foil cards are rare. What's up, Outlaw? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Southern Eagleman? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Love Tina? Happy Freedom. Two Wheels, Molly Cyrus. She's on those Molly Ranchers. EFO, YouTube is comment controlled. It is, and it's unfortunate. I try to liberate you guys, but you don't want to go to Rumble. Cheeky Chops is too hot for hookers. We need to make that on a t-shirt. It's too hot for hookers. Then you get beat up by prostitutes. Who wants those problems? Wayward, the protest. I'm having a day. The heat is cooking me. The protest over already. Weird how that works. Yeah, Wayward, I've been thinking that all day. It's just, bam. Protests are over with. Outrage has been turned off. What the hell is this, guess what you posting? Oh, I'm gonna wait because if it's hilarious, we're gonna use it as a funny video of tomorrow. Anyways, it is that time once again, hooligans. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, we did the thing. Let's get these beats rolling. We're going to read through one last time before we wrap this up, just to make sure no hooligans are left behind. But we are wrapping things up. We will be live again tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Like I said, I will keep an eye out for protests and stuff. If things become active, we will go live and we will cover it as we were doing all week last week. Like I said, for you hooligans over on Rumble, stay where you're seated right now because we are going to be doing a raid to some lucky individual over there on Rumble. Just give me a second. But we are going to read through really quick and we're wrapping her up. Appreciate you, Silverwolf. Thank you for being here with us. We're going to see who we're going to raid over on Rumble. Kevin, we'll see. Thank you for the advice. For the attacks, and everyone is literally talking about Israel right now. Yeah. It makes it very difficult to cover news when things like this happen because everybody just wants to talk about one thing. This is like that last week. That's why a couple days we didn't do Coffee with Hooligans, because how do we do Coffee with Hooligans if all the news is about the protests and we're covering the protests for 10 hours a day? We don't need to cover news about protests that we're watching live. And so, yeah, you know, life's hard sometimes. Teresa. Oh, well, thank you for letting me know, Teresa. Sorry. Wasn't trying to imply that you were a dude. Although maybe I said something, I misspoke. It could have happened. I do that sometimes. But thank you for letting me know, Teresa. And thank you for being with us. Rumble Roulette. That's right, Punky. Let's see who we're going to raid. Rotella's live? Didn't we raid Rotella yesterday? What about Cat Dog? We could raid Cat Dog. It's been a little bit. Oh, I just moved. Okay, hold on a second. Cat Dog's pretty cool. We should raid him. How long has he been live? 39 minutes. He's ready for a raid. Good. Good. This is going to be good. Alright, hooligans, let's do a raid. Let's see how it goes. Confirm the raid. It is confirmed. He's playing a scary game. I don't know if YouTube can handle this. Let's see how it goes.
Raid! Bro, the hooligans are in the house! The hooligans are coming in, chat! W's in the chat for Jeff Mack and the big fat fucking raid! Holy shit! Bro, I remember the first time the hooligans raided our shit, bro. They're about to fucking turn this bitch up. They're about to turn this bitch up! Y'all need to get up in here, baby. Yeah, claim your subs. We got plenty of them. The cool kids are here, baby. Hell yeah, what's up, Cricket? Let's go, Brandon. What's up? I appreciate you guys coming out, man. Stoner with the boner. The Hooligan Island, baby. Hell yeah. W fucking hooligans in the chat, bro. Everybody get in here. There's plenty of room. Punky, I appreciate you coming out. Sugar, welcome to the chat. Keep it salty. Welcome. Get some. Free thinking Texan, bro. Hit the like. Yes, I appreciate the follow. Much love, everybody. Woo! Let's go. Hooligans, hell yeah. Come get the subs, baby. There's plenty. Holy shit. Happy freedom, baby. Have a great stream, homie. I appreciate you, Mr. Rager. Keep it salty. Appreciate the follow. New subs. Silver Wolf. Almost said Fox. I appreciate you guys, man. Happy freedom from Jeff Mack and the hooligans, bro. Elder Zoomer. Appreciate you. Ramsey. I appreciate you. Thank you guys for coming out, man. Holy shit. Massive raid. Look at all the gifted subs finally getting claimed. Let's go. What a perfect night to raid. Glams in the chat. What's up? Happy Titty Tuesday, everybody. It's Titty Taco Tuesday, Hooligans Island, bro. I love it, Hooligans Island. Oh, shit. Wet blanket, I appreciate you guys, man. Titties! Look at all the fucking subs getting claimed. You guys are absurd, bro. Wayward. Moo 80. I appreciate you guys, man. Jeff Mack. Thank you, Jeff Mack. Thank you, hooligans. Thank you guys for coming out, spreading the love, smashing the like, claiming all these subs. Throwing a bunch of hype in the chat. I appreciate you, man. I really appreciate you guys, bro. You guys fucking bring the heat every single time, bro. You guys bring the heat every single time, bro. I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it, man. 8 Crow, I appreciate you.
All right, you hooligans are fantastic. Thank you for making that a great raid. Like I said, Cat Dog is awesome. He is awesome. Actually, let's do this really quick. You guys are all over there. Make sure you follow Cat Dog. He is very cool. I follow him on X. He's constantly posting and doing fun lives and stuff. So it's a good raid. We're gonna read through really quick and we're wrapping her up. I'm sweating. 0. Yeah, it's good stuff. It was a good raid. You're good, Afro Man. Hey, thank you for being here, Jay Spray. Thank you, Matt Rogers. Wayward, turn this bitch up. Fantastic raid. Meta, can Kick go on the raid? There's no way. I don't think Kick does raids. And it's always just me and you, Meta. I don't know why nobody watches over on Kick. I don't know why that is. I'm just waiting for Twitch to get banned, because when Twitch gets banned, which I assume will happen one day, then hopefully all the hooligans on Twitch will migrate over to Kick. That's what I'm hoping. Either way. Appreciate you, Cheeky Chops. Thank you, EFO. What a good raid. What's up, Camo? Happy Freedom. Wayward, I love this dude. I know, Cat Dog, he's pretty cool. He is pretty cool. Alright, hooligans. It looks like we're good to go. Like I said, I will keep an eye out for protests, and if the protesters show up today, we'll go ahead and cover them. Otherwise, I will see you tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time, for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Go out there, enjoy your day, get yourself some good food. I'm going to try and do the same. Please be safe. Those lefties are out there, and they're losing their marbles. It's just the way things are. So be safe out there. But make your way back to us tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time, for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Huge shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership programs, or purchased any merch. I really appreciate all of you hooligans, and I wouldn't be able to do any of this if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much for all your support, and I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.